Like I mentioned in my last vlog, I'm coming off of having COVID. I admittedly have not been to the gym. I started feeling like garbage on a Tuesday night. I went to the gym like that morning. By that evening, I felt terrible, and this is now the following Thursday. So, trying to get back at it, get back into the swing of things. I've been sleeping till like 8 o'clock every morning. So getting back up it's 5:22 and I'm on my way. I did hit the snooze a couple times, so I am still like a little congested, but I don't feel bad. Like I haven't felt great, but I think that has been like I'm over the sick, but now I've just been really sedentary for the last 10 days. So I just need to get back at it, and I'm not going to throw myself all in day one. Like I've kind of tracked my food through it just to make sure I'm getting enough, because of course the last thing you want to do when you're sick is really not eat, even though sometimes you don't feel like it. I definitely wanted to make sure I was giving my body what it needed to fight that off and take care of itself. And I put it off. I knew I had like a summer cold, but I didn't know I had COVID until that like last Friday. So it went several days. It turned into an ear infection, which was killing me. So I finally got in with a nurse practitioner at the clinic. So I'm coming back from that. I'm going to the gym this morning. I just want to kind of get my circadian rhythm back in the swing of things. It would not be wise of me to just try to go over here and just jump back in where I left off, because I was in a 5x5 phase of a program. Today's Thursday, so I'm going to do today and tomorrow of just like some mobility work, some stretching, just kind of getting my body moving and getting to feeling better. And then next week I will pick up where I left off. So that's the plan. It definitely felt so good to get back in the gym this morning. It was super busy, and I love that it like pushes me when there's other people around me. Like I like the camaraderie and the gym culture that we have with our like 5 a.m. crew. I just did like a lot of mobility work, some like suitcase carries and bird dogs, like in-step lunges, but it was just super good to get my body moving, and I felt really good. I thought if I'm going to make this week more like a fitness vlog, that I would give a little bit of background on kind of my fitness journey. I think it's important because I think a lot of people's misconception is that I was one of the like skinny girls who just got fit and added muscle, and that's not the case. I did swim through high school and stretched up and lost a lot of baby fat, but I did grow up quite obese like as a child, and I will try to find some pictures I think I have in a scrapbook somewhere that kind of show it a little better, but I don't have many pictures, and I was always very self-conscious. I grew up in a family that it was constantly fad dieting or trying this program or that program, and we were always stuck on it. It created a very unhealthy relationship with food and dieting and body image. That's been a lot to overcome. It's not, oh, woe is me. I'm where I'm at today because of that, and from having to learn something different and take responsibility for my mentality and my actions and how I'm going to continue forward as an adult and how I'll raise my family. And so I think that's invaluable. It's not a complaint, but that's where I'm coming from. So, of course, then on into college, and with my riding and being surrounded by people who are relatively fit, there was a lot of pressure to work out and diet and try to look a certain way. And that's not sustainable. If you're only working out for aesthetics, you're going to fall off the wagon. It's got to come from a place of self-love and not self-hate. And it's got to be, Jesus, Beagle. It's got to be something that you do for yourself, not as a form of self-punishment. And I think that that's part of the evolution of anybody's fitness journey. They might start working out for aesthetic purposes, and then you come to realize that it's way more for your mental health, the sense of accomplishment, setting a goal and accomplishing it, proving to yourself that you can do things and you can move heavy stuff and you can be self-sufficient. And it drives my husband crazy, but I typically won't ask for help because I can do it, and it's not out of stubbornness. I just have the ability to do it. And I like to do stuff for myself, and I want to continue being able to take care of myself and my hobbies and my interests and the horses as I age. And you got to start now, and you have to maintain yourself and your health for your longevity. I don't want to end up stuck in a recliner somewhere because I didn't take care of myself at this age. That's not an existence. And it took me a long time. I will say one of the major factors in my journey has been Mind Pump, and that is a podcast produced by Maps Fitness, and the guys on there are incredible. I share, if you're new to me or don't follow me on other social media platforms, I will share episodes in my stories on Instagram a lot they're all valuable, but especially ones that like really hit close to home. And I do follow all of their programs. So when I say like Map Symmetry is what I've been on, that is one of their programs. And I absolutely love not only following their programs, but then being able to listen to their podcast and listen to their reasoning and their research and the science behind why they program things the way they do. And they're very good about explaining, like, if this is your goal, this may be the program for you. And they will coach live listeners, and so you get to hear somebody that maybe you relate to, and then the advice that they give them. I 10 out of 10 highly recommend listening to Mind Pump. I have followed some other programs in the past, and I don't think that they're maybe not effective, but they're not, like, hindsight, not optimized. And if I'm only going to spend probably 5 to 8 hours a week in the gym, then I want the most bang for my buck. I want that to be optimized, and I want the best result possible. Where things have kind of evolved for me over the last I'd say like the last 2 years, is when I was just exclusively having to show halter and my fitness wasn't directly related to riding. I started to, like, if my riding wasn't a factor, I would bodybuild, but that is not advantageous to riding. So now that I've been back in the saddle, I've kind of pulled back from just trying to pack on muscle and get big and bulk and things like that I was doing while I was showing halter, because it didn't really matter what I looked like in reference to that class. It didn't matter if I was flexible or not, or if I was balanced or not, as it pertains to riding. Obviously, those are things now that I realize are just valuable in general, that I've injured myself because I've neglected those things. And now that I'm back in the saddle, I definitely have found a lot of value in the MAPS Symmetry program. And I've run through it almost twice now. It focuses mostly on unilateral training and fixing imbalances, not only in your physique, but then that also relates to like literal balance. And I have found that the mobility sessions that are built into that have been extremely valuable. When I started back riding, I probably hadn't ridden at all or with any type of consistency in about 2 to 3 years, which really sucks to say, but I found when I got back in the saddle, I was a little bit maybe off, I won't even really say off balance. It was novel, but I found that I posted nicer than I've ever done before. My heels dropped and my center of gravity was way better than it had ever been before, and I feel like I was stronger and better able to ride than I had ever been before. And it wasn't from practicing riding obviously all that time, but it was from strength training and balance training and mobility training that I was really able to pretty much pick up where I left off and have improved in certain areas. So while Owen's been off, I did go back through the symmetry program because I wanted to come back with him as well as I possibly could. And so I'm about to finish that up, and he does have about 5 or 6-ish more weeks of stall rest. I came off of symmetry last time and I went into MAPS 15, and what I really liked about that was it gave me 15 minutes a day of strength training, and then it opened up the rest of the time that I have in the gym to focus on mobility. And so I'm thinking about, since I already have the 15, getting the prime, and then going back after I finish the next couple weeks of symmetry to the MAPS 15 plus mobility training. So that's kind of where I'm at. Fitness goals right now, best version of myself for him when we come back. There he is. What are you doing? Prioritizing functional strength, balance, and mobility is the goal. That's the goal. If I have a fitness goal right now, it's prioritizing that, and just maintaining a well-rounded, healthy, balanced diet. I am just about to make breakfast. One of kind of my go-tos is if I make frozen french fries for supper, then I'll use the leftovers as kind of like breakfast potatoes and scramble them up with my ham and eggs and cheese. So that's just what I'm about to do now. I use macro stacks to track my food, and I think it's extremely valuable because it sets your macros for you based on your goals, and it's going to probably set them a lot higher than you're used to. And after the initial spell of your body getting used to the higher calories, it works. And I really liked it, especially at the beginning of my journey, because it did take that out for me. I now customize it a little. It doesn't actually let you customize your macros, but I do kind of be like, okay, I'm gonna go over here, or I'm gonna be under here that day, because I now have that knowledge to be able to customize and tweak things as I want to. But especially when you're getting started and you're not sure why you're doing what you're doing, although I think you should educate yourself as to why you're doing what you're doing, but during that process, it's extremely valuable, and they have coaches that you can message with all the time. So if you have any questions or concerns, they're there for you, and I did use that a lot when I got started. So that's what I use, but I'm gonna make breakfast.
So here you can see in the Macro Stacks app, I always log my dinner first throughout the week, so then that kind of already sets the day up. And then I typically just have to copy my breakfast from the day before. I might have to tweak it a little bit, like here I gotta change a little bit of the ham. It's just being pretty nitpicky. And a lot of times I will go ahead and plan the rest of my day accordingly. A lot of times I'll copy over one of my go-to snacks, which is just Greek yogurt, honey, granola, maybe some fruit added. And then I'll typically have leftovers from the day before for lunch, or if I customize that or change it in any way. Here I went ahead and took out the banana for my snack just to kind of open up a little bit of carbs. I can always go back and add it later if I want to. I replaced it with strawberries and blueberries because for the quantity of fruit, obviously far fewer carbs and calories. Tilapia and any kind of like frozen vegetable mix is one of my go-tos. If I don't have leftovers from the night before for lunch, that's a super easy one to just throw in the oven and have ready in a few minutes. High protein, good source of vegetables, really well balanced meal. Then I can see that my day is pretty well balanced and I've got about 400 calories left, and I will use that to go back and fill in my other snacks, maybe add something to dinner if I'd like, or throw that banana back in on my yogurt bowl.
The next morning.
The gym day 2. Yesterday the gym was super busy and I was kind of moving around a lot, so I didn't take the time to video. This morning I did. Yesterday I did one of the mobility days from Symmetry, and then today I went ahead and did one of the workouts from phase 1 of Symmetry, and it was good. I've got that done. I've got 2 days back under my belt that feel really good. I am not still feeling like sickly or weak or exhausted, so that's all better. I think I took a good approach at just starting back nice and easy, reacclimating my body. A week off here and there is actually really advantageous to muscle growth and giving your body a rest period and coming back strong, but ideally you wouldn't do it because you're sick. So I'm not at all I'd rather not have been sick, but I'm not like beating myself up or upset over the fact that my workout program was put on pause for a couple weeks. It's not the end of the world. It just gives me 2 more weeks before I have to figure out where I'm going next, which I kind of already covered, but I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. So just include like some of my favorite workout wear. I'm gonna link some stuff that I found similar on Amazon, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and order those pieces as well and just try them out. But I'm
I've had these like for a little while, so I don't really remember where I got them or what they are. I typically will shop like Gymshark sales. I don't ever pay full price, and I will shop a lot of things on Amazon and get like dupes and lookalikes. Sometimes you get what you pay for, but a lot of times you can find very similar quality products without spending astronomical money, because I'm gonna wear it to the gym and I'm probably gonna end up out in the barn in it at some point. So I just cannot stomach. I'm the same way with riding clothes, honestly. I will pay a little bit more for things I know I'm gonna wear at shows or like, you know, out and about in public. But the stuff that I practice in and train in at home, not gonna drop a lot of money on it. I wear a ton of like Tough Rider and Walmart. Like I'll get V-neck tops from Walmart, Tough Rider breeches, and we're good to go. So these are more of like a power hold type tight, and I'm learning to not be self-conscious and just understand that this is normal female anatomy, and that a lot of what you see on social media is not normal. I think that it has caused a lot of body dysmorphia problems in general, and I just want to be not that. I don't think there's anything wrong with posing for a picture, because that body is still your body as long as you're not photoshopping the heck out of it. So I do like the power hold tights to give me a little bit more stomach control, but at the end of the day, she is what she is, and I love me. I'm gonna pick out some similar tights like these, and you can't really tell, but I do like the like 7/8 kind of above the ankle cut. These tops, I love the rocker tank cut. I feel like it shows my shoulders off best, and I like that. I do. I'm not sorry. So I do like this cut a lot, and I like the longer kind of bralette type tops. This is the type of top that I don't mind going out in, and they're very comfortable. So I like these. I will find some similar ones and link them as well, and probably order some more, because this is one of the only ones that I have left. I do like solids. I'm not really a pattern person, and I will almost always, like if I have colored bottoms, neutral top. That's just my style. The cool thing about Amazon is typically if you find a piece that you like, they have it in 47 other patterns and colors. So if you like patterns, they'll probably have options there too. So these are another pair of tights I just threw on to show because I love the like V cut too. I feel like it definitely does create kind of an optical illusion, sort of hourglass thing going on here, and slim down. So that's those. If they do have pockets, I used to hate pockets because I feel silly walking around with like bulges on the side of my legs where my phone and wallet and stuff are. But when you're trying to grocery shop with a 4-year-old, pockets help. Pockets help a lot. I do like these. Another very staple outfit for me. I actually think I got this while I had a Leggings subscription. I didn't really like Fabletics. I had a really hard time finding things that I liked that were kind of basic or neutral, just like good staple pieces. It was a lot of like crazy stuff and patterns and like matchy outfits. It just really wasn't my style. And I thought, well, it's not a big deal because if I don't need anything or don't want anything, then I'll just skip that month. And it was just a super big pain in the butt. I had like a reminder set on my phone to make sure I skipped the month so I didn't get billed for it and then have to try to find something I wanted. So I wasn't a huge Fabletics fan, but I do like this top, and I will find something very similar to it to link because I do like it. And this, like I said, is a very staple outfit for me. I wear this all the time, like colored running shorts. This has been part of my attempt to add color. So this top I like. It's got a built-in bra, and then the sides like cinch up. So you can wear it kind of cropped. And I think that brings like an angle in too, which is nice. But a lot of times, like since it's a shorter top anyway, I just
far down like that. But I do like the built-in sports bra. I take the pads out of everything because the first time you wash them, they fall out anyway. But that's that. So, like I said, those black V tights, I definitely did get on Amazon, so I will find where I ordered those and link that. And then other pieces, I'm going to find either where I ordered them or similar pieces and link those below. So if you shop through those Amazon affiliate links, that really helps me out and enables me to continue producing content. I am super grateful for the feedback that I've had so far. And if you like what we're doing, if you like, subscribe, share, that really helps me out too. I have a Patreon that I will link below. I am going to offer exclusive blog content over there. If you're subscribed, also all of my videos are linked over there. So that's just one more way to really help me continue to produce content and bring value to all of the moms that are trying to do all of the things, especially those of us who can sympathize with trying to balance horses and riding and maintaining our fitness as a rider and treating our bodies like an athlete while also balancing being a mom or other certain aspects of your life. So I am really enjoying getting to share my story with y'all and hope that maybe it's a little bit more relatable, more realistic content that can just bring some value to the space. So thank you guys so much. I hope that this brought value to your day, and I will see you guys again next week.